Hello everyone, myself Dr. Rajkumar, working as an associate professor in the Department of Physics, Jaipur Engineering College and Research Center, Jaipur. Today I am going to explain the practical to determine the wavelength of helium neon laser and hence determine coherent length and coherent time of helium neon laser. Learning outcomes. Learn applicability of the concepts, verify some of the fundamental principles, teamwork and use of optical instruments to determine the monochromatic wavelength of light source helium neon laser. Apparatus used: optical bench, laser source, optical screen, diffraction grating. Theory and formula. The wavelength lambda of any spectral line can be found out by the formula E plus B sin theta equals to n lambda, or lambda equals to E plus B sin theta upon n, where E plus B is called the grating element, theta is angle of diffraction, n is order of spectrum. Coherent length is given by LC is equals to lambda square upon delta lambda, where delta lambda is given as 0.01 angstrom. Coherent time tau c is given by tau c is equals to LC upon C, where C is the velocity of light. This is the diagram. This is the laser source, this is the grating, and this is the screen, optical screen. When a laser light is incident on the grating, it will split and diffracted into several beams in different directions, and we will get a spectrum on the optical screen. This is central maxima, this is first order maxima, second order maxima. Similarly, on the other side, this is first order maxima, this is second order maxima. The spectrum is shown in this box. This is central maxima, this is first order maxima, second order maxima. This is on the other side, this is the first order maxima, this is the second order maxima. As the intensity of central maxima is highest, as the order increases, then intensity starts decreasing. Now this is the another diagram. Here we will find out the angle of diffraction theta from this diagram. This is the distance f between the grating and the screen. xm is the distance between the central maxima and first order maxima. Procedure. On the optical screen, a well-defined spectrum is obtained. In the middle of it, there is a central maxima, and on the either side, there are formed maxima of increasing order. The distances of maxima of different order from central maxima are noted from the graph of the optical screen and noted in the observation table. The positions of the rider of grating and optical screen are also noted. Thus, one can observe and record the profile of the laser spectrum at screen. Now we will move to the equipment. laser source, this is the grating, and this is the optical screen. When a light is incident on the grating, it will get split and diffracted into several beams in the different directions, and a spectrum is obtained on the screen. This is the central maxima whose intensity highest. These are the two first order and second order maxima. Similarly, these are the two first order and then second order maxima. We have to measure the distance of first order and second order maxima from the central maxima. Also, we have to measure the distance between the grating and the screen. This is the observation table. Position of rider of diffraction grating, we will measure x1 is equals to 70 centimeter. Position of rider of the optical screen, x2 is equals to 95 centimeter. F equals to x2 minus x1 is equals to 25 centimeter. Total number of the lines on the grating which we have used is n equals to 15,000 lines per inch. Now this is the observation table. Serial number, distance between the grating and the screen, which we have measured as 25 centimeter. This is the order of maxima, first order maxima, second order maxima, distance of the first order maxima and the second order maxima from the central maxima on both the sides. Here we will find out under root x square m plus f square centimeter, and here we will find out the angle of deflection theta. Now we will measure the distance of first order maxima and second order maxima from the central maxima. For the first order, on the right hand side it will be 4.5 centimeter, and on the left hand side it will be 4.5 centimeter. For the second order spectrum, on the right hand side it will be 11 centimeter, and on the left hand side it will be 12.5 centimeter. Now we'll take the mean of these two readings. It will be 4.5 centimeter, and the mean of these two readings is 11.75 centimeter. Now we will calculate this, and after doing this we will find out the angle of diffraction theta for the first order maxima and the second order maxima. Calculation part. Then how will you find out the value of the grating element? Number of the lines on the grating, n equals to 15,000 lines per inch. Grating element E plus B is equals to W upon n equals to 2.54 upon n equals to 1.69 into 10 to the power minus 4 centimeter. This is the value for the grating element. Calculation of wavelength. Lambda is equals to E plus B sine theta upon n. Using this formula, we will find out lambda 1 and lambda 2 for the first and second order of spectrum. Now we'll find out lambda 1, E plus B sine theta upon n. We will put the values. E plus B is equals to 1.69 into 10 to the power minus 4 into sine theta for the first order is 0.30 upon the value of the n will be 1. And therefore the lambda 1 will become 0.5181 into 10 to the power minus 4 centimeter equals to 5181 angstrom. Similarly, we will find out the values for the lambda 2 by putting the value E plus B, the value of the sine theta, and here you will take n equals to 2 for second order spectrum, and it will be 5444 angstrom. Now we'll take mean of lambda 1 and lambda 2, then lambda equals to lambda 1 plus lambda 2 upon 2, it will be 5312 angstrom. Then we'll find out coherent length and coherent time. Given delta lambda equals to 0.01 angstrom, LC is equals to lambda square upon delta lambda. We will put the value of lambda here and delta lambda. Then it will be calculated as 107606 angstrom equals to 107606 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Then we will find out coherent time. Tau c is equals to LC upon C. We will put the value of the LC and C. Then it will comes out 3.5 into 10 to the power minus 14 seconds. Result. Achieved outcome. The wavelength of helium neon laser is 5312 angstrom. Coherent length of laser 107606 angstrom. Coherent time of laser 3.5 into 10 to the power minus 14 seconds. Expected outcome. The wavelength of helium neon laser is 6328 angstrom. Now we'll find out outcome fulfilled or the percentage error. Expected outcome minus achieved outcome into 100 upon expected outcome, and it will comes out to be 16%. Precautions. Height of laser source, slit, lens, grating and optical screen on all riders should be same. All riders must be aligned along one common axis. Slit, grating and optical screen should be vertical to each other. Grating should be fixed for normal incidence. Yes, students, when you come to college, you have to do this practical physically in the lab also. Thank you.